think a lot of this reporting you're referencing is an indication that they're doing their jobs and doing exactly that.
They're doing their jobs? How? How are they doing their jobs when you have terrorists coming through the border? Welcome to the Bald Brad Show. In this episode, we have another sparring match between Fox News reporter Peter Doocy and White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki regarding the 42 terrorists that Joe Biden let into the country via the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, as always, folks, if you want to support us here at the Bald Brad Show, or heck, support a conservative, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Share this link with your friends and family all over social media. Your help would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, there is a little bit of backstory here regarding these 42 terrorists. This kind of came to fruition from Jim Jordan here when he was questioning DHS Secretary Mayorkas about these 42 terrorists and what's going on with them. Let's see his answer here.
Secretary, have any of the 42 illegal migrants on the terrorist watch list or no-fly list encountered on our southwest border been released into the United States?
Ranking Member Jordan, as I mentioned before, I will provide that data to you with respect to the disposition of each one. I do not know the answer to your question.
The Secretary of Homeland Security does not know the answer to the status of 42 individuals who came to our southern border illegally, are on the no-fly list and the terrorist watch list. You do not know of whether they are been released or not into the country. That's your testimony.
Ranking Member Jordan, as I've said before, I will provide you the data. I do
go back to the general. That's amazing.
That is amazing, because it's consistent with these people that are put in place to protect us and never have any answers when they come in front of Congress regarding things like this. 42 people, folks, came in through the U.S.-Mexico border on the terror watch list, on the no-fly watch list, and he doesn't have a clue on where they're at. Knows they're in the United States, but isn't given an answer. Well, that dullard Mayorkas goes on Brett Baer's show and tries to cover his you-know-what. And let's see what he has to say about this when he's questioned again about these 42 terrorists.
Do you have that data now?
Oh, so yes, and I did not want to misspeak in response to Ranking Member Jordan's question.
What a bunch of BS, man. You didn't have the answer, dude. Oh, yes. Oh, Brett, do I have it for you? Oh, yes. I just didn't want to misspeak. What a bunch of BS, man.
Because we know where those 42 individuals are on the TSDB, the Terrorist Screening Database. Let me share with you what happens. They can be removed. They can be placed into custody for criminal prosecution.
Wow.
They could be cooperating in a law enforcement investigation, and I don't intend to provide that data publicly if it's law enforcement sensitive, but we know where those 42 are, and I did not want to speak with respect to the disposition of each and every one of them, but we know where they are, and we've got our hands on it.
Okay. But
Brett, okay. You didn't even answer the question. If they're not part of the thing, then I'm not going to tell you nothing, Brett. It's like, dude, we just want to know where they're at in the United States. Oh, just trust us, though. We know where they're at. Trust us. We don't trust you, man. We don't trust you, and that's the whole thing here. You couldn't answer a simple question, and you still can't answer a simple question, but yet you're telling us to trust you. I don't think so.
When I say we,
into the United States,
no, not necessarily. If they are,
I heard the three things, but I guess
it's a whole.
Sitting at home, are they worried about the 42 on the terror watch list?
They shouldn't be worried about the 42. We've got a handle on it, and when I say we, Brett, it's not the Department of Homeland Security.
They got a handle on it, folks, just like they do the U.S.-Mexico border. It's all taken care of. What a bunch of idiots, man. These are the people running the show. These are the people that Joe Biden has in place to protect us, man. I hope you all feel safe. God.
Security alone. It's the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's our entire enforcement and intelligence enterprise.
Wow. Do you think releasing, and the definition of releasing, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, we're not letting people loose and just letting them come in.
Have a process, but that whole process, and eventually someone settles in whatever city they're looking to get to, is a magnet for more illegal immigration or not?
I'm sorry, I don't...
The people who come in and they get to whatever city they want to.
I'll share with you, Brett, what is a magnet. What is a magnet is the misinformation that the cartels spread to individuals in different countries about what our laws are and what our policies are. That is a magnet, and that is why we counter that.
These are the people, folks, that you're supposed to trust.
I'll tell you what a magnet is, Brett. A magnet is the cartel, and the cartel is the one that's promoting disinformation.
Does that look like a guy that you entrust to protect all of us in the country? Does that look like a guy that knows what the hell's going on?
Yes, I'll tell you what a magnet is, Brett. A magnet is the drug cartel.
Like, these people, folks, don't have a clue on how to run anything. And should we expect it to be any different? Joe Biden doesn't have a clue on how to run anything. He created this whole mess. It's unbelievable. Wait till we get to the best part here with Jen Psaki between Peter Doocy. Unbelievable. So Peter Doocy brings us up to Jen Psaki in the White House press briefing on Monday, and let's see what she has to say here. Let's see her fumble through her words and just lie to the American public.
So the DHS secretary is now talking about people on the terrorist watch list crossing the border into the U.S., and he says, we know where those 42 are. Why isn't he saying, we know where those 42 are? They're in jail.
Boom.
Well, Peter, I would really point you to the Department of Homeland Security to get more follow-up details on his comments. I know he spoke.
Go to the guy. You're going to tell us to go back to the dude that didn't have any answers before when he's being questioned by Jim Jordan, and then goes to Brett Baier, Fox News, still didn't have any answers, couldn't answer a damn thing that he asked, and now you're telling us to go back to the dude that didn't have any answers in the first place?
Peter, I would just suggest you to go to DHS secretary to have a clue on these 42 people. We don't have a damn clue either. We just want to have open borders so all these people can pour in so we can give amnesty for all. This lady is just dumb as they come, and I can't wait till she's gone, folks, because maybe we'll finally get somebody. I can hope. It's not going to happen, but I can hope that maybe we'll get somebody to answer some questions. But hey, I refer you to DHS secretary so he can tell you about the magnets.
A bunch of baloney.
Spoken extensively at a range of hearings and obviously on a range of Sunday shows yesterday, including on Fox, I believe.
I didn't answer your question, including on Fox, Peter, where he didn't answer any of the questions that were given. And I'm doing the exact same thing here, where I'm dodging every question on the podium because I'm out in like a week. I'm going to MSNBC. So he follows up here, questioning her on 9/11. Okay, folks, on 9/11. Let's go ahead and watch this.
So then what is the president's priority? Would it be stopping potential terrorist attacks or letting these migrants come in?
Well, again, I think as we noted just a couple of weeks ago when there was reporting about the number of individuals who are on the watch list being stopped at the border, that was the Border Patrol doing their jobs. That was the system working. And certainly part of the role of the Department of Homeland Security is to keep our country safe, keep the American people safe. And I think that's an indication of Secretary Mayorkas' work to do exactly that.
But the dude doesn't have a clue on where anybody's at. And Peter Doocy's setting up this whole line of questioning here, folks. I haven't gotten to it yet, but he starts, again, by bringing up the terrorist. Then he brings up the Biden administration, basically not doing their job. And now he's going to give the 1-2 punch here regarding the whole aspect of, look, there was 19 people in 9/11 that crashed planes into the Pentagon, crashed planes in the World Trade Center, was going to target the White House. And now you got 42 people into the country. Should we be worried? Let's listen to Jen Psaki's response here.
But so if it takes 19 people to carry out the September 11th attacks, what do you guys think 42 people on a terrorist watch list might be capable of?
Again, Peter, the number one job of the President of the United States, the Vice President, and certainly the Secretary of Homeland Security is to keep the American people safe. And
to keep us safe? You're allowing 200,000 people to cross the border every day, and we don't know who the hell these people are. And now you got terrorists coming through, but you're going to sit there and have the balls to tell us that's your number one duty is to protect us when you created this problem in the first place? I mean, you got to be kidding me. Folks, let me know in the comments below, am I just being too zealous about this? Or is this unbelievable statement pouring out of this individual's mouth a bunch of caca? Because, man, you're going to tell us it's your number one job and you haven't fixed it in a year and a half? Then why are you still president? Why are you still White House press secretary? Why is Mayorkas still DHS secretary? They haven't fixed it. They've only made the problem worse. And now we got terrorists within the country. And Peter Doocy brings up a great point here is, look at the damage 19 can do. Can you imagine double that?
Well, Peter, I refer you to DHS secretary. Sorry, Jim Jordan, I don't have any answers about these 42 people, but I can tell you about the magnets. the magnets about the drug cartel, about the disinformation. These are the people that we're supposed to entrust our safety with. Does anybody just see us imploding from the inside out? Does anybody else just, what do you say? What do you just give up at some point and just look at these idiots just roam free? I'm not talking about the terrorists. I'm literally talking about this dullard right here, the bald head DHS secretary. You got Joe Biden, the vice president, the White House press secretary, just running the show right into the ground. Absolutely lovely. She keeps going though.
And I think a lot of this reporting you're referencing is an indication that they're doing their jobs and doing exactly that.
They're doing their jobs? How are they doing their jobs when you have terrorists coming through the border? You have drug cartel flowing through the border. You have massive use of fentanyl coming through the border. You have sex traffickers coming through the border. You have MS-13 gang members coming through the border. How are you saying you're doing your job? You have 6,000 to 8,000 apprehensions every year. I know I'm yelling, folks, but are you guys with me or against me on this one? This is nuts. But these are the people that Democrats want to consistently put in office. These are the people that the Democrats trust, which is crazy. The Democrats will consistently try and trust the government. Nowhere does it say trust the government. You should never trust the government. It says, in God we trust. That's the only that's the only being that we should trust. The founders trusted him. Regardless of what history tells people or the leftists is pushing this revisionist history, that's who the founders trusted. That's who we should trust. I am sure as hell not trusting these people to create legislation, to create any sort of foreign policy, to protect me. No way, folks. If there's any more reason to go out and buy a gun, it is now. Because these people don't have a clue on protecting your safety. Folks, to a nearest terrorist near you, that's what they should be promoting here in their advertisement to get Joe Biden reelected, because who the hell knows who's living next door to you? Who knows if there's a terrorist in your neighborhood, folks? Because that's what these Democrats want. That's what the Biden administration wants. Because if they didn't, they'd be open about this. They would know where they're at. Oh, it's just not our agency. It's all the agencies. Let's protect you. These are the same agencies, folks, that allowed 9/11 to happen in the first place. Okay? And they're supposed to protect us regarding all this. Look, I don't trust anybody. All right? And definitely not Joe Biden. Definitely not the DHS secretary. Definitely not freaking Kamala Harris. And let alone here, the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki. None of these people I trust. Let me know in the comments below. Do you trust these people? After hearing this, I mean, I know you didn't trust them before, but now do you trust them even more, or do you trust them even less? Definitely even less for me, but let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to stop with my rant here because I can go on for an hour. I think this episode's long enough, and I think it proves its point. The Biden administration can't do their job. He should be impeached. He should be let go because, again, he is not doing his job, and she said it herself. That's their main priority, that's their main job, and they aren't succeeding in it. As always, folks, hit that like and subscribe button, share this link with your friends and family all over social media, and folks, I will see you later today here on The Bald Brad Show.